Hello, and welcome back to Sharing a Chapter a Day. This is Do, Ra, me, and today I will be reading Chapter 50 of Engagement in Peril by Dara Odoe Sok. Chapter 50 is titled Extracurricular Activities Outside of Training at Field Med. During our free times, most of us would go off base into town, into Oceanside, and elsewhere about Southern California. San Dimas was only minutes away, and downtown San Diego was about an hour away by car. Oceanside was a marine town, and plenty of good-looking, scrumptious women around town and about was all there to see, and they were roaming about looking for military men to take advantage of and such. Everywhere you go in this Oceanside town, all you see are jarheads, Marines. I too was considered a jarhead because of my high and tight, clean haircut, and everyone saw me as such. After all, we wore the same working uniform, we tied our boots the same way, and we carried ourselves in the same fashion. Us sailors, especially medical personnel, carried ourselves in the same fashion as Marine. I walked with my head held high, my shoulders back, and flaunted my chest. I was hardcore. Most of us were then, while we were going through that field of training. And most of us got our dry cleaning and whatnot done out in Oceanside, this marine town. Prices were decent, and people were quite friendly, no matter where you're from or what you were doing. As long as you had on that uniform, you had respect. Of course, there were quite a few races among the townspeople as well, like anywhere else you would see. On my free time, I would take the bus and go to various comic book stores and to the local mall to catch movies and enjoy the scenery, often by myself. There were several attractive ladies out and about in town, beautiful lady with large boobs and delicious hiney, but I was only focused on getting through FMSS and didn't involve myself with anyone then. I wasn't in the mood to get fucked or fucked around with anyone. All I thought about was getting through this shit, and often I thought about Shinshin and how he was doing. I hope he was doing well at Bud's, several hours away in Coronado. I'm sure he was going through some tremendous headaches and heartaches, more heinous than what I was going through. And with all that sleep deprivation and physical demanding trials there, he was having a hard time. I'm sure he was. The strenuous field training at Camp Del Mar went smoothly for me, and we graduated that April of 1996. And once that was all done, we received our next duty station orders and sent off to our next command afterward. My mother and sibling were able to come to my graduation at Camp Del Mar, and afterward I went home with them for several days until I had to report to my next duty station in San Diego. I knew that my mom and family were proud of me for all my trials and accolades. They knew I was trying to better myself in all aspects, and also better myself so I was able to help them in the long run. Although I didn't need nor did I want their congratulation, they knew in my way I appreciated them for being there for me. After graduation, for those who went through the 7 weeks of bullshit ordeal in the fields, we were all now given the title of the Devil Doc. Combat Hospital Corpsman, 8404, FMF, FSSG. Luckily, I had orders back to San Diego and was stationed at the Naval Medical Center, San Diego. I didn't see my family or benevolence much for the entire 7 weeks at Phil Med. But after graduation, I went home with my mom and sibling, who came to view and participate in my graduation ceremony. That was awfully nice of them to come down to see me during my graduation. I felt really special then, with my family around, and I was glad it was all over, and I was ready to move onward. I was at home for about a week or so before I had to report to San Diego. So during my week home, besides being near Mom, I mostly hung out with Benevolence. We did the same old thing, catching movies and hanging out at her family's shops and home and just enjoying each other's company, talking about the old time and during our high school and stint together in the CIC PACE program. She was my dear friend then. Only if she knew what a bastard I had become, she may think differently of me now. Thank you for listening. This is the end of chapter 50. Be on the lookout for chapter 51, titled Reunited, the Engagement of Two Friends, a Devil Doc, and a SEAL Recon. This is Do, Ra, me, and I'll see you later. Thank you.